Good evening. I'm Haley Hines.
And I'm Linda Hurtado. Thanks for joining us. First at 5, an update to a story we've been following since the beginning. A homeless family in Tampa was attacked at random last October when a gunman opened fire on the car they were sleeping in. Vivian Acker, who was pregnant at the time, was shot in the head. She made a full recovery, but sadly she miscarried just 2 days before her baby was due. Now she and her husband are opening up about all that they have gone through and what, if anything, that we can learn from this misfortune. They sat down with Fox 13's Regina Gonzalez, who joins us tonight. Regina, such a heartbreaking case, but you told me that they're keeping strong through all of this.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Linda. I must say, Vivian Acker and her husband, Demarion, and their kids are some of the strongest people I have ever met. Within the last year, they have been faced with trial after trial, but continue to stay positive and lift each other up, especially now as they cope with the loss of their son and little brother.
8 months after Vivian Acker miraculously survived being shot in the head while sleeping in a car with her husband Demarion and their 3 young children in Tampa, the bullet still sits inches away from her brain, a constant reminder to be thankful for living another day.
For me to be able to come back and have a second chance at life, it's one that I said I'm going to promise that I live it to the fullest, no matter what happens to me.
Doctors decided not to remove the bullet because Vivian was 9 weeks pregnant at the time. Thrilled to learn that her unborn baby was not impacted by what happened, she put her own pain aside to focus on getting through the next 7 months now that her pregnancy was considered extremely high risk.
It's like my body just kept fighting with the pregnancy because of all the stress that I had been under.
The Ackers eventually learned that their miracle baby would be a little boy. Things were checking out good at every doctor's appointment until her final ultrasound, 2 days before Vivian's scheduled C-section.
I would never forget, it was just so strange. And then he apologizes. And I asked him, like, out of my mouth, what are you apologizing for? And he was like, he doesn't have a heartbeat, unfortunately. And from there, everything just stopped. The world stopped.
That same evening, the Ackers were planning to post a virtual gender reveal for friends and family, but instead posted this raw moment on TikTok, which garnered millions of views. When Vivian came home and told her husband the news.
But the balloons and everything sitting up, everything was put together so that we could celebrate him coming.
I was just so distraught. I couldn't even physically hold my son and say goodbye.
Despite that second traumatic experience, the Ackers say their faith has helped them persevere, and they continue to hold each other close as they plan to leave their temporary hotel in Tampa for a fresh start.
We were thinking that we were going to get some help, you know, from the city or whatever, because we were told that they were going to help with housing. But that never, that never came.
No matter where they end up, they will continue to inspire others with their story.
And this is actually not the first child the Ackers have lost. Doctors could not give Vivian an official answer on why the baby suddenly died. They're waiting for an autopsy report. Meanwhile, Vivian tells me the accused shooter from the incident in October has been out on bond since the end of last year. The Ackers are still in a legal battle over it, and despite the impact that situation has had on their lives, the Ackers say they forgive him.
What a story, Regina. And I just can't help but wonder if there's anything, I know the housing situation, but is there anything that we as a community or individuals in our community could do to help this family at this point?
Yeah, so, our viewers can go to my personal social or my professional social media pages, I should say. I'll post a link that they have made. They're right now looking for any financial assistance or any support that will get them out of Tampa. They said that after everything they've been through, they're not interested in staying here. So right now they are still living in a motel. Demarion did get a part-time job because Vivian hasn't been able to work this whole time. So right now, any assistance that can get them out of Tampa would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, they still have each other, and in the end, forgiveness does set you free. Very powerful story. Thanks, Regina.